Imagine spending $200 plus on a premium gaming keyboard. 2 months later, one sticky key makes gaming impossible, the LEDs burn out, and the warranty? They hit you for the entire repair. That sinking feeling, wasted money and time, is a nightmare. You just bought that flashy RGB keyboard thinking you made a great choice, until it cripples your setup. In 2026, you should not have to trade reliability for bling. The secret? There are 5 low-profile brands quietly building better keyboards than the big names. They are the hidden gold mines everyone ignores, and today we expose why choosing them is smarter. We are not trash-talking entire companies. Each brand we cover is judged on specific lines and proof. If a product line is actually legit, we will say it. This is brutal but honest, backed by real data. No fluff. Let's tear into the lies versus facts. You see a $40 keyboard on Amazon and think dirt cheap means junk. Every gamer assumes something that budget cannot hold up to real play. The marketing sells basic specs, you expect plastic clatter and double taps. Actually, the Habit KB487L shatters expectations. PC World tested it and was stunned. It comes with actual double-shot PBD keycaps and solid construction, features normally costing $100 plus. Their verdict, Habit, is technically sound. PBD keycaps for the price, it's absolutely amazing value. For $39.99, you get typing durability most $150 boards lack. Picture this, you skip the Habit and buy a $150 mainstream board. A few weeks later, a keycap rattles loose, and you remember Habit had PBD caps that never wear. You hear that cheap board's hollow plastic under your fingers and cringe. Budget? No, it's a smart buy. The hidden gem? Habit, yes, Habit. Its only real flaw is the odd 1800 layout. Cram-packing a numpad into a TKL feels weird. But if you can live without a traditional number pad, you get an underdog champion. Quoting PC World, even without PBT, it would be good, but with them it's absolutely fantastic if you're on a shoestring budget. So next time someone says cheap equals garbage, laugh and pull up this PBT-proof keyboard. Not cheap enough to excuse the weird layout? Not flashy enough to forgive the price tag? That is the flip side of hidden value. Keychron screams premium with its name and metal look. The marketing pushes sleek videos with coffee mugs. Trap is paying middle-of-the-road prices for minimal benefit. Heard the hype? Newsflash, their mid-tier boards are still plastic inside. Take the Keychron C2 Pro. Tom's Hardware confirms its perks. It ships with double-shot PBT keycaps, works with QMK/VIA software, and even has a removable braided USB-C cable, all for under $55. That is rare in sub-$60 models. Its typing is not a $200 sound, but Tom's notes, it doesn't feel hollow or cheap like many full-sized keyboards under $50. In short, Keychron gives premium touches at wallet-friendly price. Now imagine the alternative trap. You bought a $150 keyboard for better feel. After a year it sags and clicks. In contrast, Keychron's plastic frame is light, but you could replace every switch easily, and it is still going strong. You save hundreds. Do not be swayed by a brand alone. Keychron C-Series earn their stripes through raw value. Its drawback? A fully plastic body. But think, lighter travel and 2.5-week battery life on a $79 wireless model, despite no RGB. That is fierce endurance. Quoting Tom's, budget-friendly starting price, support for launcher for customization. So if you want durability without the hype markup, Keychron sneaks up on you. Not premium enough to demand its price, yet too good for a 2-year dump, Keychron is the gray area where savvy buyers win. The notion, Chinese mechanical keyboard means clicky junk and iffy drivers. Marketing will show slick images of Corsair or Logitech instead, to keep you from affordable alternatives. Enter a Jazz AK820 Pro, a tri-mode 75% for around $60. Tom's hardware gushes. It has a gasket mount chassis, multiple sound dampening layers, metal knob, even a tiny OLED/TFT display. In essence, it feels like a $100 keyboard at half the cost. Epomaker's own press quotes praise it. Strong build quality, remarkable value under $100. If you buy big brand instead, you pay double and only get RGB. A Jazz owner's brag in forums, had it a year, works flawlessly except the firmware menu took some hunting. Meanwhile, multiple layers inside give this board a premium thock sound. Versus mainstream clatter, the regret is owning a $150 shell with ABS caps instead. A Jazz/Epomaker lines are buried gems. The only catch, their software is notoriously buried on Epomaker's site. You might download a Chinese version by mistake. But once you do install the right driver, you unlock advanced macros and lighting. Tom's calls it the best 75% I've tested for the price. Keep it in mind, a Jazz is the brand name, sold on Epomaker, not widely marketed, so big brands hope you ignore it. Not only do you dodge the Corsair markup, you will also crush wits fixing setup software. So do not blame us when the $1,000 elite crowd misses out on your Taobao-level treasures. Fact versus marketing, each time remember, spec sheets and logos are smoke. Real keyboard quality is felt through sustained typing sessions and tear-down reviews. Big logos sell hope. These brands deliver proof. People dismiss Royal Kludge as the $40 silly keyboard. Social media scorn says drivers suck, keys ghost. The marketing trap is thinking support equals brand loyalty. The RK61 wireless 60% runs $40 to $50, but packs tri-mode connections and hot swap for any switch. Erdings labels it basic, yet nice cheap with Bluetooth on 3 devices. Its plastic is plain but sturdy enough to toss in your bag. Critically, users can swap caps or switches in seconds. Sure, Erdings found its software non-functional. But price-wise, that is no surprise. It is basically a plug-and-play board. The real sting, if you buy a big brand board expecting rock-solid drivers, and they still bork it after 2 years, you will wish you spent that money on an RK61 instead. Even Erdings admits, hot swappable, so you can use any switch you like. Hot swap often is the hallmark of repairability. Royal Kludge is the classic for Tinkerer's brand. No flashy RGB or aluminum, just reliable typing and vast modability for cheap. Watch out for firmware. The company's US site may lack updated apps, but the fixes are on enthusiast forums. At $50, you cannot get a better hot swap 60% with multi-pairing. Oh, and the plastic case? Its tiny volume wheel-less face might seem amateur, but price to performance, RK61 wins easy. Not premium enough to earn hype, but too rich in features to ignore. If the $100 keyboards break, you'll be scrambling for one of these 3-year-olds. Brand versus line. We are not bashing Royal Kludge brand, it is just this model's weak app that sucks. The core idea is, a $50 board that lasts is worth infinitely more than a $200 board that dies. Hardcore gamers scoff at non-mainstream names. Who is NuFi? We need Razer/Huntsman. There is a narrative that high polling rates and exotic switches mean overpriced boutique, not for casual play. The NuFi WH80 obliterates those notions. It uses Hall effect magnetic switches, rarely seen outside custom builds, allowing per switch per key actuation settings. Erdings calls it an outstanding gaming keyboard with outstanding build quality. It pumps out an 8,000 Hz wireless polling rate and claims a 500-hour battery. Wireless and 8,000 Hz? That combo is almost unheard of. It also supports Bluetooth to 3 devices and works with top-tier software. Consider this: you bought a $200 gaming board expecting pro performance, but it is stuck at 1000 Hz wired and a stale firmware. Meanwhile, the Newfie gives tournament-level precision. Its only downside? If you do not need ultra latency or multi-device pairing, the price feels steep. But for serious play, skipping it is leaving performance on the table. Newfie is not ignored by aficionados, but in mainstream, it is invisible. The WH-80's drawback is price and that tall profile. However, if your vision is esports or speed typing, it is a goldmine of features. The verdict in our review: wireless connectivity, rare at this level of performance. Basically, if it had a familiar logo, it would be triple the cost. This one is for the zealots: premium everything, premium price. If you are not obsessed with latency, ignore it, but you will curse yourself the day your 1000 Hz board holds you back. Specs are not scary. Do not balk at high-end tech. In these 5 picks, even the fanciest give freedom, full modding, years of use. No forced upgrade after 2 years. The most expensive mistake is buying hope instead of proof. Stop gambling on hope. The keyboard market thrives on illusions, slick branding, endless new models, and FOMO. We have just shown you how to buy with cold, hard proof, real tests, real build notes, real user pain. In 2026, the real premium is trust, not price. A $50 RK61 with a busted app beats a $200 clown-painted board that dies. A $40 Habit with PBT keycaps beats a $120 Party Light keyboard that falls apart. A $60 Jazz or $55 Keychron can outlast a $100 plus gamer brand in every practical metric. Remember, if a product forces you to hope it will not break, you are paying for disappointment. Instead, buy evidence. Choose brands that have proven longevity and value. As your battle-hardened friend warns, buy with proof of survival, not with hope. Grab one of these 5, share this with a friend about to splurge on a new keyboard, and protect their wallet. Click that link and game smart.